All right, welcome to the Four Guys One Couch. My name is Elijah. With me, I have Jason.
Yes, sir.
Steven.
Hello.
And Angel.
What's up?
And welcome to our first podcast.
On this podcast, we're going to just give some ideals from our Generation Z standpoint on a couple things. A couple, main topics that we find pressing. I mean, you probably won't find pressing, but it's our podcast, not yours. So. Some things that I really want to start off with is just something that people are getting soft, bro. I don't know how you guys feel.
Nothing but the truth right there on that one, but
and have you guys seen lately people talking about Straight Pride Month and how
Straight Pride Month, bro.
Well, this month is Gay Pride Month, so people, all the straight, well, I wouldn't say all the straight people, but
let's be honest,
a decent chunk.
The conservative straights
the conservative
are getting real pressed about Gay Pride Month.
Yes.
Talking about why do the gays get their own month? That's not it. That's not it.
It really isn't. I get it, I feel like people are left out, but people are left out for a reason.
No, they're not left out. I think just the gay people in general, gay, LGBTQ plus, have been oppressed.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Everyone deserves to be celebrated. It's just that they've been on the...
Yeah, it's not being celebrated
side.
or anything. It's like a movement, I guess.
Yeah.
Straight people get 11 other months to be perfectly
Yes.
okay with how they live their life.
Straight people have been okay with their life in America
Forever.
the beginning of America.
And then how long has Gay Pride Month been actually celebrated? Maybe
4 years.
A decade at most? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Because people used to be scared. People used to be scared.
People were scared until Obama passed the gay marriage law.
Was it just Obama?
It was Obama.
I believe it was Obama, because I remember in 2015 that it was big. Or maybe it was before 2015.
I remember opening Facebook up and that's all
Yes,
I saw.
Yes, sir.
Gay,
I remember it was a big
marriage.
thing, though. That's all I remember.
It was a big thing for when people first started legalizing.
It's a huge thing.
Is it still is it nationally recognized now, or is it still federal?
I don't think it's nationally recognized, but I believe. I'm not sure on that.
I'm not sure on that.
I don't know either.
But yeah, I don't get why they don't see why it's okay. You're giving people the respect they deserve because they're people, and that's that.
Right.
Hopefully everyone alone, dude.
The fact that it was such a problem for so long.
For so many people.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You have I watched a video of a 70-year-old man who came out of the closet 5 years ago. That man lived a fake life his whole life for 65 years.
All because of the government. Because the government.
I wouldn't say the government. I'd just say people and peer pressure.
You're leaving people uncomfortable in their own skin, and that
Also,
shouldn't be.
religion.
Yeah.
Religion plays a huge part.
What's that?
Pastors wouldn't allow people to fucking get married because
They wouldn't have.
they were gay.
They wouldn't be legally married.
Right.
Families sending their kids off to transition camps and shit, trying to pray the gay out of them.
I
You
didn't know
about
that.
transition camps?
I did not know
That
that.
shit is so
It's
messed
so
up.
fucking disgusting.
Shock therapy to get the gay away.
They're like, let's fucking dip you in an ice bath for 5 minutes and see if you're not gay anymore when you come out. See if it rewires your fucking brain.
Yeah. If you if I was gay and I got sent to one of those camps, you know how quick I would just break. But people stayed up for that shit. People they still went through and they still got through all the torture and shit.
Because that's who they are.
They wanted to make their parents proud. They wanted their parents to love them, and I don't know.
That's just who they are. You can't change who you are.
Exactly.
Can't change.
Being scared that your parents won't love you for something you can't control.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's fucked up, and I'm glad it's getting recognized now.
Yeah. Especially a lot of parents are recognizing it, and you see that with the transgender movement too. There's a lot of transgender acceptance going on right now. It's good to see, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Even the unisex bathrooms were a big start for a lot of companies. But I feel like it's still a problem in America.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think once our generation grows up, though, well, generation, I mean 10 10 to 30. Once those people get a little older and start, running the place, I think we'll be good.
Yeah,
It won't be completely filtered out, but it'll still be better.
Yeah, because you still have people teaching hate in different in areas all over the country, but for the most part, I feel like it'll be a safer environment to be in. And once we get older,
once the people that grew up with it, they see it as normal. That's the people that don't have a problem with it. But the old people are the ones that are still teaching it and still practicing the discrimination.
I mean, I don't think old people are to blame for that though. That's just the way they were taught.
Yeah.
But if you're 16 and you
if
you hate gays, sorry, you're an asshole.
And you're if you make a gay friend or something, that really helps.
Yeah.
yeah, it's because it's if you're not associated with them, then you see the problem with it. Once you're associated with it and see it in your own point of view and understand where they're coming from, it's just them being them. Then you'll start to
There's no problem.
be okay with it.
You see that in culturally segmented schools too. Just out of domestic norms, you see richer schools are typically segmented towards one race, and poorer schools are segmented to another race. You see that everywhere, which is crazy.
I think that really depends on the student base though. Because if the student base is particularly one race, then the school's going to cater to that.
Right. But I feel in our generation...
That's not a bad thing, guys.
Yeah. In our generation, I feel it's becoming less cool to hate people because they're just a certain kind of people.
It's dumb it was cool in the first place.
But, no, it used to be cool.
I know, it did.
That's horrible.
You can see that in music. When Snoop Dogg and they were coming up, the Biggie Smalls of the world were coming up. They used to hate on people in their music, and people that's cool. I want to be that, But now, if I don't know who's a famous artist coming up right now. If J. Cole just
J. Cole.
Fucking J. Cole is so anti that. So if that man just ripped that shit out,
if he came out and was just I hate gay people, you know how quick his career would burn.
it would.
I would.
Yes, sir.
I feel like somebody did that, but I don't remember their name.
I don't know.
I feel like somebody did that though, and then their career did burn.
Yeah, if you just saw a celebrity come out and just be I hate this group of people, their career would just be destroyed in 5 seconds. But then it's weird because in politics that's not the same, you see
Politics is different though.
Yeah, but I still feel it's a personality that you follow in politics, people that follow our president, He says he hates a certain people, and for some reason...
Well, I don't know if he hates, it's just a strong...
Dislike
toward...
I don't think he's ever said hate.
No, I don't think he's ever used the word hate, but he paints it in a bad light.
That man...
Hispanic culture, he paints it all in bad light.
Yes, sir.
That man... He tiptoes around the word, but... he won't say it, but he will very highly suggest what he's trying to...
Yeah, if he came out straight up and was I hate Hispanics...
To be honest, I almost feel like people it wouldn't be as big of a backlash as you think, because people are we kind of already know that.
Yeah. But if he came out in his presidency, when he first was running, and he was this is what we're doing because the Hispanic culture is a bad culture and blah 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 blah. I feel there would be giant backlash.
Yeah,
but
because
for some reason we come to accept the fact that he's just a hateful person. I don't get that.
I think a lot of people now regret that voting for our president. Now regret that decision. I don't think a ton of people, 100% of them, regret, but I think a huge chunk.
A lot of Republicans.
Yeah, you see people coming out saying that that they regret their choice in the 2016 election and everything like that after seeing his point of views coming out more after he was put into office.
Yeah, people come out and say they voted for him because he was a businessman and he thought they would run America as a business. But so far, he caused a lot of reform.
He's a great businessman.
He has caused a lot of changes. Now, not necessarily changes that might benefit the middle class, but he has caused a lot of changes and a lot of shakeup in the politics right now. Because every action he has caused has had a consequence, whether good or bad. You see a lot of Democratic people coming out right now. A lot of millennials are becoming Democrat, due to this situation that he has put America in. It's pretty crazy, like, to see this blue sway because people have such a disliking towards Donald Trump. It's just weird. Like, Donald Trump, his presidency might go down as a bad presidency, but he could go down as having a good change in America.
But the change was more towards the more money, like the money side of America, but like the part that he's focused on the most is like the national security, and that's kind of where his supporters are a little soft. Not gonna lie, like they're worried about. I don't know. They're worried about things that almost you don't ever see, but they don't associate themselves with the Hispanic culture. So they just assume everything because what he's saying they think is true. Because why would they not listen to him? He leads the country.
Right. Or like, when was it? I don't know when it was, but he pulls out certain situations of certain cultures, like Hispanic cultures, doing terrible acts, right? But it's far in between of when these acts actually happen.
Calling them all, like, what was it? Rapists, thugs, and like drug dealers and all this.
But you look around, especially
where we grew up.
Yeah, where we live and where we grow up, we see that some of them are the hardest working people
They are the hardest working people in our
because they're trying to make a life here.
Right.
They got here and now they're making a life.
Yeah, they're trying to provide for their family and like make everything, like make all their plans come together.
Right.
And then people are just hating on them because of what the president says, but not because of what they actually do, because they do no harm.
Right.
Like they're hardworking people.
No, don't get me wrong.
Like there can be bad people.
Yeah.
But
there's
like
bad people in every life.
He focuses on the bad.
Right.
That he focuses on the bad.
And there's not a lot of it either. He's nitpicking too.
You don't see like the good, like you know, the good things making like headlines.
Yeah.
Right. It's so easy to pick out the negative in our politics, like especially recently.
That's all politics is, though.
But like
headlines everywhere.
I don't support Donald Trump, but I'll admit that he has made positive changes. Like there are positive changes to be had. I don't even know off the top of my head what he's done positive, but I know there has to be something.
Yeah, like I've heard like the unemployment rate has gone down and all of this, but which obviously is great because like I don't know, he's more help towards the money of the country more than anything else.
And the people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Weirdly enough, though, like after when Obama was in presidency, I didn't see like socially on like social media or television such like a cultural divide between people. You know, like I felt like he was like the lighting fire for this cultural divide between people.
He was the median.
Right.
He was like the stuff he would say would like have these people that have this hate towards, like, or let's not say hate, disliking towards other groups. They felt like it was okay because it was like it's basically like following an older sibling. Like you see them saying hateful things, and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna follow right behind that and try to get this, like, spit the same ideas out.
Right.
And so you just think it's okay because you see them doing it, and so like they felt more comfortable saying what was on their mind because the leader is also like they're kind of mimicking what they're saying.
You know what's scary? That you bring up this Big Brother topic, but like you see that Big Brother thing kind of come out in like celebrities, you know?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like celebrities say something and people follow.
Yes.
Right? You see it with like the James Charles controversy. Like, I don't even know about it, really. I know that one makeup guru made a video about James Charles, and then everyone unsubscribed from him. Right, instantly.
On the bandwagon, dude.
Right. You see the bandwagon effect a lot, you know? And, like, one of the things that I think, like, the bandwagon effect had a big effect on was, like, or the, like, Artist X, you know? You guys know X.
Yes.
Like,
I know that man very well.
like, he was so small, I feel like, until his death.
Yeah.
Then everyone bandwagoned and followed his sort of message, which is weird, you know? I don't know, like
he was an influential person.
I mean, he wasn't the best person around.
Yeah.
No,
But
Like,
he was influential.
Yeah,
he
but-
did good things and made other people do good
throughout
things too.
throughout the time that he was alive and he was popular, you can see how he changed as a person, and it was very
Yeah.
quickly. It was over like a 2-year span. He went from like a very angry person, and he just transformed into a leader basically.
right. He tried giving back to his community so much.
Yeah,
But you never saw that.
yeah,
While he was alive, all you heard about was like the "Look at Me" song. Like that's basically the only like picture people had of him, and people didn't realize like what he actually gave until he died.
yeah, like people looked at the one song that got him popular,
And that was
but they
anger.
wouldn't look deeper. Yeah, it was anger, and you wouldn't see. They didn't look deeper into who he actually was. Like if you truly followed his like Instagram and his Twitter and everything, like he would go live every day and just like speak the truth and like speak to people's depression and like just tell them to stick around and everything like that. But you didn't see that because that's not what people want to hear. They want to hear the hateful stuff basically.
Media only wants to hear the bad stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's crazy.
Like-
it flows through all of the layers of like our social build in America.
Yeah, like he died, and then all you heard about after he died was like the stuff he did when he was like 16, 17, like all the accusations,
Oh, fighting people,
and
beating
like
people up, which was just an accusation.
yeah, like, and from what I heard, the case was leaning more towards his side, but
It never got solved.
Yeah, he got killed too. He got killed before it could like come to a conclusion. So I don't know, but people just focused on his accusations when he was like he transformed from that. Like he didn't resemble that person anymore.
He definitely changed.
Yes, sir.
I feel like X was such a rising artist and such an artist to look forward to that his death definitely came as a culture shock. But the weird thing is, nothing really changed after that. And it's weird to think that when he was alive, feels the exact same as when he was dead.
I think he
All you
still
have
has
to do
that.
is appreciate the music.
I still think he has that effect on people, even now, even from the grave. You know, he's
People
still got
still-
that happy effect on people, making people do good. You know.
Right. Like, people still watch his live videos and they like get something from it.
Yeah, because it's just
It's still good
just that
advice.
support. It's just the support that they needed, and it's like he was influential as like as an artist, but also as like a genuine person.
Right. That's like honestly Chance the Rapper. You see
Chance
Chance,
the
the Rapper all the time supporting Chicago, where he grew up from.
Yeah, like he said, he's never gonna leave. Like he's always gonna be there because that's his home.
Right. That's his home, but that's what's also put him on the map.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
like there's no place to. He's basically like there's no place to leave there's no reason to leave the place that made him.
Right.
It's like I don't know.
Like, it's crazy to think that even after death, that effect can still be around.
Energy never dies.
Yeah.
That's it.
real.
That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of artists that had an effect on people like while they were here, and then when they were gone, they became more popular. But I almost I want to say it's a negative thing that people were bandwagoning them after they died. But if their message is getting out there and helping people, if they're here or not, then that's all that matters.
It's a great thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, speaking on that subject of death, you know, we got some, like, I don't know how you guys feel, but, like, death is obviously inevitable, right? But in our, like, government system, we have people that say we can pull the trigger on when someone deserves to die. I'm talking about the death penalty.
Heavy.
I mean, like, it's a heavy topic, but I don't know how divided we are in this room. Personally, I believe that the death penalty should be a thing. It just, in my opinion.
I think, to me personally, I don't care if it's a thing or not, but when you have someone like, I don't understand how rapists isn't like a death. There's not an option for the death penalty for rapists, because if you have a dude who goes around and like is has multiple cases of like raping kids, like there's no reason they should still be alive. Like that man should just be gone. But like, you know, people just like go kill 30 people. Like obviously, they're not a positive. They're not going to be. There's no positive reinforcement they can give to people if they go and do such heinous things.
Right, rape and you become what? Sexual offender.
Yeah. Sex offender, you get like 15 years for rape. Like you're ruining someone's life. Like I think rape should be a life sentence.
I mean, being a sex offender also ruins your social life, which is a lot more important to some people.
That is true, but
because you basically have to tell literally everyone that you're a sex offender.
And tell all your neighbors.
Tell your neighbors.
Like only certain areas you can live as well.
Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah, there's like sex offender only neighborhoods and stuff like that. They're like gated communities, but they're like sex offender gated communities.
I bet you the rent's low.
The rent probably is. Like, you have a very secluded group of people that could be there, you know. So the rent better be pretty low.
Yeah, that rent better be like $250.
Yeah. There's not a high target market there, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't like sex offenders. I'm like rapists. I understand, but to me personally, I don't think rapists should be able to go back out into society.
Yeah,
because you're ruining, like you're diminishing like them as a person. Like they won't be the same ever again.
Right.
So that's just.
It's like it really is. That is the ultimate invasion of privacy, in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
You can't get much farther than that.
Yeah, like I almost think rape is worse than killing someone because they have to live with that.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not gone. They can't just like forget about it. It's gonna be in there, like scarred into them forever. So.
It doesn't make someone weaker though. That's I think that's the point you got to make here.
Yeah.
It doesn't make someone less of a person.
Yeah.
It's just that this event happened.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the argument to be made for why death penalty or life sentence is not a thing for rapists. Because
I feel at least they should go for life.
Yeah,
I think
life is. I almost feel like it's necessary almost.
Well, what do you get for attempted murder? This is like 25
attempted
years.
murder.
I don't know.
It's like I think it's something like 25 to like 50 maybe.
There's also degrees of murder and all that.
Mm-hmm. What did Bobby Shmurda get?
Bobby Shmurda, that man got what? 7th grade, 8th grade. So like what? 6 years.
That's crazy. Free Shmurda. Free Shmurda for the one time.
Free that man. Free that man.
He's gonna come out and drop. He better drop some hot music with like a garbage album cover. I swear to God. If it's not a 2006 album cover when that man comes out.
If we rotate to music right now, oh my God! Because Bobby Shmurda, like if you have someone who is still relevant and he hasn't been in society in 6-7 years, and he is still relevant today. He was on 6ix9ine's album, and I there's a different opinion on that man than I have. But he was on 6ix9ine's album, and he hasn't been out in society in like 5-6 years.
Can we get this hashtag trending? Don't free 6ix9ine, please.
Oh,
leave that man in prison. I mean, he made some good memes. No cap.
That boy had some good memes.
He had some good memes. But
you can't come on, Jason.
His memes were alright, but I did not like him as a person.
His meme game was pretty fun.
Like maybe towards like the end of him being out was like I saw him like giving back to like these kids with brain tumors and like all this, like he was giving back to his community and like helping these kids and everything, but like I don't know, that kind of leads back to like the sex offender topic and how there was photos with like a 13-year-old naked girl on his lap and he was found guilty of it. He pleaded guilty in court. Like what was it? He was on like probation, but he had to get his high school degree or his high school diploma or something like that.
He didn't have his GED.
Yeah, he had to get his GED, and then he wouldn't go to prison. And it's like, you don't know if he diddled the kid, but it's like
we'll just say he allegedly diddled the kid.
He allegedly, like, as far as we know, we don't know what happened, but there was photos of it. And so, I don't know. The story is like, oh, the girl said she was 18, but I feel like there's no 13-year-old kid out there that looks like she's 18. I feel like it's pretty obvious, like, to know the difference.
Plastic surgery is a bitch.
I don't know about plastic surgery on a 13-year-old though.
You don't know. Parents okay shit all the time. Parents okay.
Parents are crazy, dude. Parents take their kids and make them into themselves.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
Parents take babies and go get tattoos on them.
Like,
think about that.
I don't understand the whole point of piercing a baby's ear. I've seen it a lot lately. Like, family members of mine, like, they have a kid and like you go see them 3 months old and they have piercings. It's like, why?
It's like,
I don't know.
Why are you doing that? Oh, they didn't cry at all. It's like, because they're like, what the fuck are you doing to me right now?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Google
they're just gonna sit there and just fucking deal with it because like they don't know what it is.
Pain is pain to them. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like
they don't know what it is.
Right.
It's just like a new sensation. Like the only reason we really cry with pain is because we associate it with the act that just happened. You know, like babies don't know shit because they don't fucking they don't know.
They haven't learned anything.
Yeah, they associate food with happiness and sleep with sleep. That's it.
Yeah, and like their mom with comfort.
Yeah, that's it.
And like that's all you get from babies. You're not gonna see a fucking piercing gun and be like, oh, that's gonna hurt me real fucking bad.
They're like, oh,
they're not gonna look at their surroundings. Yeah, they're not gonna sit there and fucking piercing a hot topic. Get a fucking nice tea, mom, and a hot topic. Be like, oh, I want my baby to have gauges. They're not gonna be like, oh, fuck yeah, give me some gauges. They're just gonna sit there and look at their mom like, what the fuck is this?
At least wait until the kid can talk.
Yeah, I think at least wait till the kid can make decisions for itself.
Yeah, like, it'd be like, oh, you want a piercing? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, I think I would like that. Like, don't do it to a fucking 6-month-old baby.
Yeah.
They can't do shit.
Like, I couldn't make decisions for myself for a long time. But, you know, my parents wanted to take me out when I could talk and walk around by myself. I'd be like, you know what? I can feel pain. I recognize that. Sign me up, Chief.
I would say no.
You would?
I would say no.
Oh, that's
if I was like 8 years old, mom took me to like piercing shop, dude. No way.
Yeah, that's your choice.
There would have been piercings.
Yeah, like,
for me at least. Yeah, I would.
I think piercings look good on other people.
Yeah.
I wanted them for a while when I was younger, and then I kind of was just like, fuck it, because I realized that costs money, and money is not it.
Money's not it right now.
Right now, money is not it.
It's not going to be it for the next like couple of years.
Yeah,
money might start hitting real nice in like maybe 4 years.
Yeah, after high school, money does not hit, boys.
Money does not hit.
Like,
let me tell you about this high school money. All right, so when you're in school, bro, I used to have $20, and I'd be like, I could buy the fucking world with $20.
Bro, $20 used to get me so much.
Oh my god, bro! You hit the gas station. You can hit the gas station like 7 times with $20, bro. And then look, you're out of high school. I had $300 on my fucking card, and I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna fucking die.
I feel that. I really do.
Yeah, because it's like. I think it's the pressure of the job, like not having a job when you're out of high school. Like I don't know. I had $300 in my card, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? What am I supposed to do with this?" Because in school, like I gotta spend it more. I gotta spend it more carefully now because it's like I'm not in school. It's like there's nothing to preoccupy me from fucking spending the money. So I'm just at home and I'm just looking at the money in my account. I'm just like,
that's
fuck.
A big part of it, like boredom. You kind of like. That's money, like
boredom is a bitch,
what do we do?
Boredom led me to just shave my legs. That's what boredom leads. I don't know how boredom leads you guys to be able to spend money.
Oh well, no, because you get fucking bored and you start scrolling, and then you're like, oh, a fucking $45 pop socket, run that shit.
Why? What's the point?
I don't fucking own a pop
on
socket.
Amazon, like when I'm bored, I go on Amazon and just
That's
like,
fucking dangerous.
Just
like
not exactly just to buy stuff. It's just like seeing what's out there. Like,
you're gonna buy a bookshelf for no reason.
I don't get on Amazon.
Like a little desk. Like $100.
A desk would hit. I need a new desk. If I went on Amazon and saw a desk, it might have been wraps to like $150.
It has to have that German name with the 2 dots above the
That shit would smack.
Yep. It has to have dowels, no screws.
Bro, and then you get it and you have to build it yourself. Dude.
Yeah, that shit is not. I'm sitting there on my fucking floor for 4 hours, just like shirt off, fucking sweating at the store, fan on blast, just hitting me. I'm just
the fucking screw.
Yeah, like fucking
There's no screws.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the screw the whole time. Shit stuck into my fucking leg.
Body's all red. You're just mad.
Just sweating up a storm, looking like a fucking tomato, just rolling around on my carpet looking for a screw. Like, Come on, man. Like
the whole time it's like it's still in packaging. You just gotta shake the bag out.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy a desk because now I have about like $65 on my card because we just hit Juice Stop. I went from $350 to like $65.
How did you spend that much? You don't even have a car.
I have no fucking clue how I spent that much. It just kind of went.
That's how it is, though.
It just
dude.
kind of
you have money and then you don't.
That's
Like,
not how it goes for me. I'm saving my money.
Who the fuck are you, bud?
I'm prepared for my life.
Oh well, fuck me, my fucking bad. That I bought a new monitor and a mouse pad for my gaming setup, and that turned $350 to fucking $65 real quick.
We're still young though. You know, just make this.
We're at the point in our life where we got this small section where we can spend money.
You know what's fucking? You know what's dangerous? Fucking Grubhub is dangerous. DoorDash.
Postmates is dangerous.
Holy! If I pulled up my fucking DoorDash account right now, I promise you, there's probably $140 worth of Chipotle on that fucking account. Oh my god! Chicken burritos with chips and guac hit different. Right, especially when it's your own money. You're like, I just fucking paid for this. This shit's about to be so fire.
No, food gets better when you pay for it, dude.
Yeah,
That
that's
is the truth. Like,
Food does get better.
When you make food and when you pay for it yourself. Oh my god, 10 times better.
Making food for yourself is like the ultimate fucking feeling of greatness. Like if you cook a really great meal and you're just like, you look down at that shit and you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. Take a bite. It's like you're fucking in euphoria. Shit, it's phenomenal. Oh my, but yeah, like paying for your own food. Like when my mom, she'd take us out and like we'd buy food. I'd be like, oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. And like the leftovers would smack when you get home, right? But nah, when you pay for your own food, holy shit, it's the best. It's like the best food you ever had. Honestly.
you gotta enjoy that now.
Yeah, like that's your fucking money gone. You better like that shit.
That's your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you got that money. You didn't work for it yet. You don't got a job yet.
You know what? You don't know what I do to get my money. But
Easy come, easy go.
It's still your money, though. It makes no difference.
Like, when you work for your money, that's when
that's when I'll be saving my shit up because I know the fucking time and effort I put into that bitch.
You're like, damn, that was 2 hours down the drain
Exactly.
for fucking two
This
burgers.
burrito. Is this burrito with two?
I don't do that, dude. I'm not like, bro, I just spent $10, dude, 1 hour of work gone.
That's what I think every time.
I don't do that.
When I bought,
That's a bad mentality.
If I fucking had that mentality, I promise you no money would be spent.
Exactly.
That's why I have that mentality.
I would be in my fucking house and then I would go to work and go right back. If you'd be like, oh, you want to go get food? I'll be like, go fuck yourself, buddy. Go get your own food. I'm not going to go get food.
No, I'm telling you,
right now is the point where we gotta spend money because we're not gonna have any money when we're in college.
that's you, not me. I'm saving my money
mentality
already. I
upon
might
myself.
have a bank.
Well, fuck me, Steven. My bad, alright?
Sorry, you don't want to have fun. Dude.
My bad, I fucking graduated a year early, bud. Gee, and you know, I thought, oh, I'm fucking 17, I can work anywhere. Do you know how many places, like, 18 plus?
Yup.
Go
Yup.
fuck yourself, 18 plus. God damn
18
it.
plus gotta have your high school GED,
Yep.
high school diploma, or GED.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, you need to be 18 or... Yeah, what the fuck
Where
is
am I supposed to get
about?
that job experience from?
Yeah,
if you want to hire me.
I'm 17 in the middle of October in my senior year of high school. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking apply everywhere. And they're like, oh, you have high school experience? Oh, are you 18? No, I'm not fucking 18. I'm in high school.
Do you have previous job experience?
Yeah. Like, where the fuck am I supposed to get previous job experience if there's nowhere to fucking work? Why are the hiring
That messed me up when I was looking for jobs, dude.
Yeah,
Everywhere. Do you have previous job experience?
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, they're like asking you, oh, McDonald's, you can work there in like 14. You have a fucking 14-year-old applying, oh, I don't have previous job experience. It's like, oh, you're not hired, bud, because you don't have previous job experience and you're a fucking toddler.
On like most applications, it also says like job experience not required but preferred. But you're not gonna get called.
Yeah.
But preferred. If it says but preferred,
That means it's required. You might as well, just
Yeah.
exit out of the
I
application
tried
right
to
there.
apply for renting out skates at a skate
yeah.
roller rink, right? They said, "Do you have any job experience with this?" Where else am I going to get job experience for renting out skates to
You are the one.
4-year-old kids?
You are the one roller skating rink in the whole fucking state.
Yeah.
Where am I? You want me to go to fucking Alabama and go rent skates out to toddlers?
Let me go walk up to you and be like, "Hey, what shoe size you need?" That's all I need. That's the only experience
Exactly,
I need.
dude.
Like, shoe size?
You literally sit
Okay.
behind the desk. That job is the easiest job in the world. You sit behind the desk and people come up to you.
Yeah.
And they ask, oh,
let me look at the numbers real quick, turn back, ask you if that's the number
Yeah.
you want. That's all I need. I can do that in grade school.
Yeah, it's literally like you literally have a 4-foot path between you, like the counter where you meet the customers, and then where the shoes are. A 4-foot path. And like, oh, do you have the job experience to walk 4 feet? It's like, oh, probably not.
There's not much responsibility in that.
I've been doing this since I was born, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
there's no experience in that.
Applications and their requirements are kind of fucking ridiculous.
For a high school student, hell yeah.
For high school students, it's the hardest thing, dude.
Yeah.
I swear. Oh my god.
It makes no sense. And then if they're like, oh, you don't have as much experience, then you're gonna have to get some training in. And then they're like 2 weeks fucking minimal pay, 2 weeks training. It's like, what?
Bro, mine was $10 training an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah,
you're
4
fucking...
hours. 4 hours every day. It wasn't bad. I like that training actually.
I got 9 hours. 9 hours
training. Mine was.
We will not say
32.
We will not say the company name because that's
fucking where my brother worked before he worked at his current place. You needed 2 weeks of training time.
2 weeks?
Yeah, you got like ass pay.
That's terrible.
You got ass pay.
I got 2 weeks training. $10 an hour, dude.
Oh my god.
It was pretty great, dude. I just sat there.
What is minimum wage?
Minimum was like 9.
It's like
$9.25.
I don't know what the fuck he got, but he was getting jerked around at that. They're tugging his cock. they were playing him with the fucking training. Like he got through the 2 weeks of training, worked there another 2 weeks, and he's like, I'm not putting ham on bread anymore. And said, fuck this, and left.
Really? He just said fuck it and left?
Yeah. Because they were garbage. Trash establishment. If I could name it right now, I'd be talking my shit. I'd be talking my shit.
Can't do it.
Yeah, won't catch me working there. That's all I know. I'll be working at I don't know. I won't say it so I don't get murdered or anything. But
I don't get murdered.
I don't know what people are on, bud.
People defend their company.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, fucking walk out of my job and just get clapped by a hitman, bro. Like, dude with the fucking barcode on the back of his head in a suit, buddy. Like, Jesus.
That boy looking kind of clean.
The Hitman games.
Smacked. Holy fuck, bro. You go murk a chef, put on his fucking outfit, and hide him in a drawer. What the fuck is that?
In the freezer.
Bro, yeah, in the freezer, bro. Oh my god, just like throw him under a fucking table, bro. Like what? Hitman was a great game. There's so many great games from like PS2, PS3. Oh my god.
I really feel like video game helped shape how Generation Z.
Like the
Generation
how
Z.
we think.
The young adults right now.
A lot of it was formed from like being like talk shit to in Modern Warfare lobbies and just like late night talks with your friends.
Yeah,
God, there's the controversy too of violent video games cause violent problems.
Yeah, that's the ultimate cap. Oh my, like that's just not. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Like when you think about it, like it makes sense to like people who don't play video games. But when you sit there and play Call of Duty for 8 hours a day,
it's mind
like you understand that like there's a difference between blasting a dude with the intervention on high rise on Modern Warfare 2 and then going into a fucking school and shooting people. Like
there's been like 2 cases of that
like,
too.
Yeah, that's it. It's not like the line's blurred. Like nah, there's a fucking direct line between killing people in real life and fucking on Call of Duty. There's a huge difference.
There should be like that is like no debate on that.
I never once thought that I'm gonna go do something violent because I'm playing this game. Never
Yeah.
once thought it.
Never went through my fucking head.
Like I don't play Mortal Kombat and go, I'm gonna rip someone's arm off right now.
Like I spent fucking 6 years on Call of Duty spinning in circles. You ever think I was like, oh, I'm gonna go jump up a fucking 4-story building and try to hit someone with a sniper rifle? Fucking hit a 360 off a 4-story building.
Change weapons real quick.
Fucking toss a pistol out of my fucking pocket, pull out a sniper and snipe someone.
Hopefully I don't get a hit marker.
Yeah, don't fuck. Oh, hopefully I fucking headshot him so I kill them. Yeah, I never went through my head. Just playing Mortal Kombat, fucking Quan Chi, rip someone's fucking leg off and beat him with it to death. You know how many times that thoughts went through my head?
No.
0. None.
Like I've gotten angry at people online.
Yeah,
that's different though. That's like angry at your ability and that they're probably better than you.
Yeah, I don't want to admit that.
I know exactly.
Fucking happens. So then you just turn the system off and go fucking in your room for a little bit.
If anything, it made me deal with my my emotions better.
Yeah, like if you're fucking trash at a game and then you shut the system off and you just go in your room and just chill out for a little bit. It's done. Like if you get mad at the game, like the fucking kid in like Texas or whatever who was playing Halo, he got fucking mad at the game and his mom took his game and he went and killed his whole fucking family. That's his brain wired that way. Like there's no I play Halo so I'm gonna go fucking murder my whole family. Nah, that's just not how it works.
Right.
Like that's a whole different issue. The video game won't cause it.
Like I hate it. Like that's just older generation looking at younger generation and being like, this is the problem.
Yeah, it's just a lack of experience with it.
Like the only problem that I see is that people try to compartmentalize our like situations that we go through as a younger generation. You know, like people being kids are lazy in school. When kids are lazy because they're not getting taught what they want to get taught. They don't want to they're not learning what they want to learn.
Exactly.
And there's recognition in that because people older than us have spoken on that issue, on how school it's not what it should be now for our generation, you know?
School needs to change for every generation, I think, though.
Right, yeah. I feel like that too. As the thought process of a generation evolves into a different thing, it should definitely shape with them. Because
that's the rest of their life. Teaching goes on to the rest of your life.
We're getting taught the same shit our parents got taught. And my mom is almost 50 years old. I shouldn't be getting taught the same thing that was taught back then. It just doesn't make sense. Like, and you all you hear is kids talking about like, we need to learn how to manage bank accounts, do our taxes.
It's not even that.
We don't get taught that. Like,
I mean, I don't think it's even that. Like, I want to learn something that's interactive and fun for me.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that's the only place school lacks, unless you go to like a private school.
Yeah.
Like private school,
yeah, they might have the funds to adjust that though.
Right, but like it's lacking that we're in like kids in this generation are in a safe spot to where most kids can go to school and want to learn what they want to learn. They don't have to learn, right? A lot of kids like I don't know, like I feel like we're like the generation we live in is like in a very safe spot to where learning isn't a main priority. Like learning multiplication tables is not a main priority for people anymore. I get it. Elementary school, keep it the same way. Elementary school is perfect because that was.
I didn't know what to think. I didn't think for myself.
Yeah, that gives you the basics, and that's what you need, right? Middle school, keep it the same. Middle school's fine.
Up until you're like a teenager is when it should change. Because when you're a teenager, that's when you start to like think of how you want to establish like the next 15 years of your life.
I think that's when you start thinking for yourself. That's what I thought.
Trying to figure out like who you are and what you want to do.
Yeah, like it's like I don't know. Once you hit high school, it's kind of like when you want to start. You want to start moving stuff to like how you want to live your life and like learning the same thing as everyone else. It's just not it might not be the same like what you want. Well, it's not gonna be what you want, but it's like, and
you're gonna have to work harder for what you do want. And I don't think that's exactly fair.
And that's why
we still do it anyways.
That's why you see kids like slacking off nowadays more than you did before.
Because they don't.
Because nothing matters to them, and you don't have like classes set up for these kids different paths they want. Like you have kids that want to do stuff with music, and like the only music you have in schools is like
after school activities.
Yeah, it's after school stuff.
Student run. It's all student run too.
Either after school activities or it's choir or instrument. Kids nowadays don't want to learn an instrument.
They want to produce like beats.
They want to produce beats, but they also just want to do it digitally. Digitally is a new age that I feel like schools don't really take advantage of nowadays.
And all that was in our school, that was an after-school activity. That was it.
At our school, we had a teacher that was a producer, and they didn't give him his own class to teach, like a music tech class. We had those in middle school, but they were pretty close to useless, if we're being honest.
Yeah. We had a coding teacher.
That was GarageBand, dude.
Coding.
He quit his job because he wasn't able to flex and do what he wanted. He was trying to get his coding class as credit, but he couldn't. He was constricted because of how our school system
teachers do not get to teach what they want to teach.
Teachers should be able to abide the class to how it fits them, not the not
the rules and regulations.
Yeah, the rules and regulations of the district. That doesn't make sense.
It's like the standards, like they need like a standard, like, oh, you need to teach this, because like at the end when you get your diploma, it's saying that like you were taught. Like,
like you ran.
I mean,
yeah,
there's only a certain amount of needed stuff though.
Yeah, like the elective teachers.
Yeah.
The elective teachers should be able to run their class how they want.
But it can be hard and like expensive to cater to everything. Like in one side, I understand, it's kind of like hard to like. Not every teacher has like the coding. Like for example, they don't have that skill set, I guess, and it'd be hard, I guess, just to make a class out of it. In general.
Like the only teachers that really get to like move the class more to how they want to teach it is the AP teachers. And like some teachers, like my forensics teacher, for example, wanted an AP class, but the district wouldn't give it to her because they didn't think it would be popular enough, even though she had like over 75 students, I think, signed up saying they would have taken the class.
Forensic was popular.
Forensics, yeah. My teacher had like 4 classes of forensics, and AP forensics with 75 kids signed up, that would have been like 2-3 classes.
I blame that on the new wave of like murder mysteries on Netflix. People watch those and like, that's cool, I want to do that.
Yeah, that class sounded cool. I didn't take it though. I don't know why. My counselor didn't recommend it.
I took forensics because it's the path I want to go down. But like, yeah, these kids taking it for like that's what they saw on TV and they think it's gonna be like that, but there's so much more behind it. Like, no one's gonna want to count the minutia in a fingerprint. Like, who the fuck knows what that is? Like, kids go in there and I'm just like, oh, you have to count like the ridges in a fingerprint and everything. Kids don't know what the fuck that is. They just know that fingerprints are like, oh, not everyone has the same one, and that's all they know, but they don't understand why, and they're not gonna want to learn like counting they're not going to learn that deep into it, and kids are taking these classes for the wrong reason. But when you have AP classes set up, that's the kids who like genuinely want to know about it.
That's also another thing. I feel like with a lot of like younger like freshman, sophomore, junior, even senior, like senior year was the only time where we were able to define our schedule how we wanted it, right?
Yeah.
If these electives are there just for throwaway classes, it not only makes like the class bad for the student, but it makes it bad for the teachers. Teachers don't want to teach a class
that don't want to be
there.
Yeah, my law class was a horrible class. I took a law class and a forensics class because that goes into what I want to do. But like the kids in that law class, they like all of them were like, oh, my counselor put me in here. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't have kids like that.
They're just, my counselor put me in here.
These kids don't give a fuck about what they're doing because it's nothing that interests them.
Teachers shouldn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's just like, if you have a kid that, I don't think counselors should be able to do that. Like, I get that it's giving them the credits that they need because they need a certain amount of credits, but if you're gonna like, that's basically setting the teacher up for failure and the students.
Yeah, because like that's where I see that the school system definitely needs to change in that aspect, because the school system was made and segmented the way it is for factory life. That's why we have the alarm, the bell in the beginning to say start working, the bell in the middle to say stop working, the bell to say okay, you can go home. It's factory if you look at it. It really is just like running a factory.
Teacher taught me that, bro.
Like it shouldn't be that way. It should really like evolve in a way. And I know that this is a big ask, especially for people that just graduated. This is a big ask to be like change the school system, but
it's something that needs to be like
looked at. At least like, bring up the topic.
The topic needs to be brought up because like these are people's futures, and like if you, it's just, I don't know. Like, you have these people that's not interested in school, and like school should be interesting. You have to go. You're at school more than you're at home. For the first 13 years of your life, you're at school more than you're at home. You should enjoy yourself while you're there.
It isn't all the school's fault. It also is like if you apply yourself. I get that, but there's certain things that need to change. That like you shouldn't have to have a mandatory elective your freshman, sophomore, junior year.
Yeah,
you don't need that mandatory elective.
Yeah, senior year.
It goes back to the standard. It's like by getting your diploma, it means you got them like credit hours or the credit
it's like completed the set. What was it? I don't remember what it says.
No, you need 4 years of English.
Yeah, you need the 49 credits.
You need like 2 years of science.
Yeah, it's 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 2 years of science,
and like some electives and PE thrown in there.
Yeah, you need like 1 year of PE, 2 years of PE complete.
2 years, yeah.
And then that's it. And then electives are what you want, but that sounds like you have a lot of choice for electives, but you really don't.
Well, that's us personally. I don't know about other schools.
Like other schools, Navy.
Yes.
At our school
was very like you do this and that's it.
It was a Fortune 500 school. We're very small, very poor. A lot of the people there were extremely poor. Like, just like on the cusp. Like kids had food stamps, but like most families were on the cusp of it.
What was it? They do the thing over the summer where kids go there and get like meals during the summer, and that was the school that had the most.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing schools are doing. There's a food donation center. Kids can go in there during like lunchtime or something during the summer and get a full meal.
Yeah, and our school had like, I think they're talking about at the beginning of the year this year. They were talking about how it was like how our school had the biggest draw out from it, which shows that like the community. Like it shows that the school is involved with the community, but it also shows the community that the school is in is like it's a school that doesn't really have that much.
Right.
And so like you have these kids that at their different like at their homes and everything that like don't have a lot, and then they go to a school and they just like aren't interested. And if they're not like I don't know, like they're not interested in school, they don't have anything to do at home, then it's like that kind of leaves them into like a weird like limbo kind of. It's like not really enjoying anything, to be honest. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is about that time, fellas.
We gotta wrap it up.
We gotta have a wrap up. You know, how about for our wrap up, we give a last little 2 cents, if you would. Any thoughtful sayings that you'd like to say out to people listening?
So, wait, are we gonna go? All right,
you don't have to.
All right, so I just want to say to wrap everything up. People are getting soft as fuck for no reason. Schools need to change. And what else do we talk about? Oh, people need to care. People need to look more into people's characters than what the media shows them. That's all I got.
That's a good wrap up right there. We also talk about baby piercings.
Oh yeah, that too.
and sexual pedophiles.
Oh yeah, rapers. Not it.
Not it, Chief. We don't.
Not the move.
Not the move, bud. But all right. Well,
anything else you want to add, Angel?
Nah.
No. That's it.
Are y'all ready?
That's all you.
All right. That has been The Couch.